a little bit longer than what we hoped for, but yeah, at least we're back. Could have been worse. Very much for the first lap done. Wesley's down in the pit, so Wesley obviously had a bit of an incident there. All the way at the back now. So difficult at the moment, you just need to time the restart so perfectly. Got in there just as they were about to line up, and I got stuck in the car and I couldn't change view. And of course, and to watch one driver the whole time is kind of defeat the purpose of a stream. So anyway, I had to restart again and then finally got in. So yeah, so at least it's only one lap. Still see the rest of the race. Could have been leading. We've got Nick Leon in second and Nismax in third. D-Man in fourth and Chen steady fifth, if I can call it that. But Chen again, by the looks of it, finding himself with a bit of battles going on. But Chen is very close with Nismax, Nick Leon. Nismax and Nick Leon actually going to go for it. Camera can just sort it out, but Nick Leon stays in front. D-Man and Chin, so pretty much these four guys battling for second place. While Kurit getting back. Oh, Nismax runs wide. Nismax runs wide. Oh, there goes D-Man. Not sure what happened there. Nick Leon second, Nismax back in third, but under severe pressure now from Chin. Now running a lap down already. Surely not. We'll go back, looks better. Jackson on the pits, early pit stop. Streamer Gamer now coming up to Wool Canoe. Well, Walnut Canoe. From around here, Sunset Corner. Going inside of Walnut Canoe, and he does pull it off. Oh, now this battle is even bigger because Gav Pick and Deb's also there. Just in front of D-Man. This makes a bit of clear air now. For those of you watching, please, as always, feel free to post your comments, be part of the chat. I might be doing the talking, but nothing stops you from be part of the chat. Just post a few comments there, makes it more fun as well. Before you know it, 1 hour is gone. So with that said, 5 minutes already gone, 55 to go, which means 25 to go. No, 20 to go when the pit, mandatory pit stop window opens. Of course, you are free to pit, but any pit stop that you do now till then doesn't count. As you can see, that orange next to each one's name being next to the race number, that is a mandatory pit stop and can only be done during that specific pit window. We may now just getting a little bit closer to T9. But you also have his mirrors a bit full there with Tebs, Chen and Gavpeak. Three of them of course battle for 6, but D-Man in there as well. So actually, and Springwell Gamers also getting closer. So this is shaping up to be one hell of a battle for 4th place. Bit of a gap there to Nismax. Nismax a little bit away from Nick Leon. He's also trying to keep up with Kuda. Just little by little opening up the gap. Real battle here still for 4th place. So you can say 5th if you put from G-Man down, but G-Man is not that far off, that far ahead of him. And as you can see there in the back, Springbok Gamer also just lurking. Well, it's not that far off, so one big battle here. This is what you want to see. And we saw that last week as well. A couple of guys having a huge battle for a few positions. You see what's happening here with that oversized beetle. Purple and green beetle. Oh wow, Manu Dietrich. That's a name it's been a while actually. I've seen that name before. Well, Manu, if you are on Discord, join Sonic Sim Racing on Discord. This, of course, we stream to the Midweek Racing channel at the moment, but this is ultimately Sonic Sim Racing, or Thursday Night Racing as we used to call them. Well, some people still refer them Thursday Night, after all we're still here on the Thursday night. But Sonic Sim Racing, you can find them on Discord. Of course, the game is still being developed, if I can call it that. Already some huge improvements. Originally known as a PC game, released on console back in June, and here we are already streaming races. Oh, that beetle don't look that great if you see that angle from front. See coming down here there we go. As you can see a couple of nicks and scratches and dents, the paint gone. So that beetle had some major impact already. He did make an early pit stop, so it's already, well, if you look at it, just to give you an idea, a red dot there. And if you click on the leader, that's actually the lead pack pretty much coming around to that. That's unfortunately what happened when you have to quit early and you struggle in that early damage. Not sure exactly what went wrong there with poor Judge. But you know what, hats off to Judge. A lot of people would have actually quit and just left the race. And as I say that, we're actually down to 13 drivers and it's been 14. I'm sure it was 14 when we started. I'm sure who we lost. Actually I am. Wesley Forslow. Get my duck now. Yeah, there's no Wesley on the grid. So Wesley of course was in front there. After that first lap he had to come to pit. It looks like that was that. So just as I've been saying, Judgy, kudos to you, but a lot of people will give up after a tough time like that. Well done just to hang in there and still be part of a race. This back's just put a little bit further back there from Nick Leon, but also some daylight between him and Kinain. But as you can see here, Tips and D-Man. Tips is getting closer to D-Man and he's pulling Chen as well as Gafpik with him, and Springbok Game is also there. Walnut Canoe just fell off a little bit from them. Just as you can see on the map how close those guys are. Of course the Judge now about to, there we go, the race leader coming past the Judge. Judge is always just going as far wide as possible just to leave enough space. Now that's Judge for you. He'll never want to get involved in someone else's race. He'll rather run his own car into a tree or whatever just to get out of the way. No matter which type of race it is, Judge for you. also having a bit of a lonely race there. But you know, nothing wrong with hanging around here on your own, keeping it clean, minding your own business. Everybody, of course, also have their own individual goals or stuff that they want to achieve, hence they do this. Not everybody's always in it just to go wheel to wheel with everybody. Nothing wrong with enjoying it. Here we go, Tips and D-Man now. Gaff Peak, Springbok Gamer. These guys are really wanting that position. None of them want to give an inch. Chen just fell off from them now. There was a big moment where Chen is now 8 seconds down from Springbok Gamer, and not too long ago he was right among there with him, so he had a bit of a moment. Springbok Gamer just lining him up, just waiting to pounce. Gapik looking for that opportunity to get past Steps also just sizing up D-Man. And all along they're still staying in reach with Tine. So often do you see a couple of guys battling with each other, as a result the car in front pull away, but not really. Tina's got a bit of clear air between him and them, but not really getting away from him. Oh, and Springbok Gamer with a much tighter line. Surely he's going to have it inside on Gaff Peak. And he does. Springbok Gamer is through. And he now push after Tips. Can Gaff Peak come back at him? Here, but this is where the real battle is at the moment. It's been like this actually for a few laps, not just at this moment. As you can see how close it is. Steps still trying to look for that opportunity, waiting for D-Man to make the mistake. Nothing happening at the moment. It's all about being patient. But as you can see now, Springbok Gamer right there with Tips. Made some inroads via Nick Leon. I think he might have got a bit of a toe there from his teammate in the process. Got past that oversized Beetle. He did actually get a bit of a... I'm sure it must be a toe, but he did gain some time, so he's closer to Nick Leon. I'm still holding off the likes of Tips, Springbok Gamer and Gapik. Chen falling further back to them now. And Nesmax now actually less than a second, getting closer and closer to Nick. Now it's really becoming a bit of a tricky one. Where do I go? Because now there's more than one battle. Nick Leon takes to the inside to fend off. Nesmax follow immediately to get that slip. Now Nick goes to the outside. Nesmax again still following to get that toe. Staying in the DRS range. Just for the toe. Stay in the drift range. DRS, you're so used to F1. F1 commentating on a Friday, so used to seeing the DRS pop open when it's this close. Of course, no DRS on these GT cars. Max going to go on the outside sunset corner. Kudos to both drivers, just allowing each other enough space. No gap yet this stage. Oh, Nick takes to the inside, almost like there was a bit of a lift. And Nesmax is through. Nesmax gone through on the outside. Nesmax into second. Can Nesmax get away from Nick and now chase after Kuda. He's 4 seconds up the road. But you must say that slipstream, that toe that Nesmax got there and the home straight actually kept him close, and then just much better drive, traction, more confidence, whatever it is, he pulled it off. Now to try to get to Kuda. Kuda all along still getting away in front, almost 5 seconds. 7 seconds off from them. Lot of clear air from him, but meantime, right behind him, the battle is still going on there for 5th. D-Man, Tips, Springbok Gamer and Gaffpick. D-Man a little bit wide, Tips had a sniff on the inside, but not much. Gaffpick still trying to get back at Springbok Gamer. D-Man goes wide again compared to the rest of him. Pushing all of that corner, the other guys a much tighter line. Still looking, not getting that opportunity. Staying behind like this, you tend to get frustrated, but it's about making the move right at the right time because you could so easily throw it all away. Springbok Gamer also just keeping there, slipping, and Gaffpick actually dropped off a bit. Not sure if he just wants a bit of clean air, or just hanging back, see what these guys do, don't want to get involved in there. He's right there, he's still, not that he really fell that much off. If need to, he can get back onto the gearbox of Springbok Gamer easily. It's always good to see what these guys in front, and if they trip over each other, the last thing you want is to be part of that. That's where you're going to pick up your positions. D-Man just pulled out a little bit of a gap. Nothing to write home about. Not on the front, the gap has close to 2 tenths. But Nick Leon keeping Nismax in his sights. Making sure Nismax is aware that he's still there. This time staying in the slipstream there. Gap can head down a little bit again. So can these two now, while they're fighting each other, actually push each other and push each other closer to Kuda. And we can eventually have a three-way battle in front. Tips has fallen off. Tips made a mistake. There we go. Tips is off track. That actually releases Gaffpick and Springbok Gamer. So both Springbok Gamer and Gaffpick now will go after D-Man. Tip still standing on track, not sure if he lost control of the car or if that's race over, what's happening. But that was a brilliant battle. Oh, and Tips is out. Tips has called it a day. Not sure why not going, I'm not sure if he was able to go back to the pits or if there was perhaps too much damage on the car. Not sure exactly what happened. We only caught the end of it as he was already off track. I just saw how these guys moved up. But how it may be, we got Springbok Gamer and Gaffpick. These two now battle each other, so there's a bit of a gap between them and D-Man. He's giving D-Man a bit of a breather. Meantime, the gap in front is closed down again. It's now under 4 seconds. And Nismax has opened up a gap of over a second now to Nick Leon. So the guy on the move at the moment is definitely Nismax. Can Springbok Gamer get away from Gaffpick? He's got enough clear in front of him to D-Man. It's not like he's being held up by D-Man. Much as you want to change the car in front, you also need to be wary of the guy behind, because the slightest of mistake they're going to bounce. And if you go too defensive, that's what's going to cost you time. Gaffpick would want to get that position back, which Springbok Gamer took from him a few laps ago. We're getting closer and closer to that mandatory pit stop. Pit window opening up in a few minutes. It's only open for 10 minutes. So with 35 minutes to go it will open up, and then with 25 minutes to go it will close again. As I said earlier, it's not the only time that you're allowed to stop. You can stop at any given time, but it's only the stop that you make in that pit window that counts towards your mandatory stop. Gap still be 3.6 seconds. As you can see there, Nismax can see Kuda. Just need to stay wary there of Nick Leon. Gap came down even more, it's under 3 seconds now. Nesmax really getting this Bentley or this boat is where people mock him. He's really getting the best performance out of his boat at the moment. Smooth sailing, if I could call it that. Tina in now 10 seconds of Ben, but also almost 5 seconds ahead of D-Man, so he's well and truly in some clear air. Just to give you an indication there on the map, watch the gap there. The guys behind him, not really gaining on him, as much as they push each other, he's still able to get away from him. Judge is moving far over there just to get out of the way of this bunch. The Springbok Gamer is gaining on D-Man. Gap is still staying there with him. Lexus versus Lexus here in front, followed by that Bentley. Leon now more than 3 seconds behind Nesmax. Nesmax a little over 2 seconds ahead behind Kuda. So he's still on the move. He fell off from Springbok Gamer. It's almost like when Kuda left, when Kuda ran off. It's like the momentum here kind of shifted. With extra car in there just means that extra tow closer to each other, and now that that one car is out, they're not that close to each other. There's that stream, that tow is not there. Kind of like battling to get close to D-Man. Springbok Gamer now ran wide and Gafbeck is back into 6. D-Man will actually be the one smiling because that actually gives him a little bit more of a breather. Not that it's much, but yeah, it's better than having the car in your gearbox. Nesmax now under 2 seconds behind and almost 4 seconds ahead of Nick Leon. Nesmax keep going. It's still the guy on the move. Reminder that the delivery is, of course, there's a significant reason for this. Tribute from Nesmax to his late friend that he lost a few weeks ago in a car crash. Friend of 25 years, long time. So far the pig is also doing good for him. As you can see, that gap is even closer. Of course, the timing screen takes a little bit of time to update. Final part. There you can see how close it is, 1.5 seconds now. Well, this Bentley is a boat when it's a power boat at the moment. No stopping it at this moment.
Pit window is opening.
There we go, mandatory pit window is open. You will see guys starting to come into the pits now. And Nicholas, sometimes yes, because ideally what we do is we do dual stream. Even Friday nights when we do the F1 V10B, we do a dual stream to Twitch and YouTube. It's just my co-commentator tonight is sick. If he was here, there would have been a stream from his side to Twitch. So tonight, unfortunately, it's only YouTube, but usually we do both. But of course, if he streams to Twitch, that is to his Twitch channel. At the moment, SSR don't have a Twitch channel. Of course, only the first season, and the league that was also created only a month or 2 or 3 ago. So I'm sure that will follow soon. So Nick Leon 4 seconds behind Nesmax. Of course, as you can see, Kuda is off, but Kuda has done his pit stop. So he almost immediately dived into the pit. Well, basically immediately pit lane opened. He came around and he dived in. Nesmax now leading 4 seconds ahead of Nick Leon. Can he actually do something with this well, I can't say if it's his in-lap, maybe a lap or two before he pits. So you can see D-Man, Chen, Devon and Judge also in the pits. Everybody basically serving their mandatory pits. D-Man is also on his way. As you can see, they already got the green, so they cleared, so they've served a mandatory pit stop. So the Judge is also on his way out. So is Chen, there you go. Chen on his way. Devon still stationary. And Nesmax now dives into the pit. Nesmax coming in to do his mandatory stop. Let's see if he can hit the pit box at the right spot this time. Of course, remember that very first race of the season, he also had a very good race. Came into the pits and his pit took horrendously long. And afterwards it seemed like he didn't stop at the exact spot. So you need to be so technical where you stop in the pits for it to recognize your pit stop. Good, of course, done, finish. He's now coming in around this final section. Nismax still stationary, but no, he's actually not. Nismax is on his way. He's got green. Kudos there. Nismax only getting up to speed now. Coming out of the pit lane now. There we go. As you can see, this is how close it is. Nismax actually gained. It was about 1.5 when Kuda dived in. Nismax now right in the gearbox of that Audi. So Nismax definitely the winner out of that pit round. Yeah, he didn't jump in yet, but he's so much closer. Of course, now who can get the tyres up to temperature quicker and who can handle the car the best at this time. And of course there is a back mark in front of him as well. Walnut Canoe also now in the pit. Shows Nick Leon. So I could just hit the grass a little bit. Because Kuda has done one lap already, so he has some heat in there. And he's showing as he's pulling away a little bit there from Nismax now. Nismax also just want to get past the back marker. Oh no, and the back marker is now just messing around here. He should just get out of his way. Got himself in between Kuda and Nismax. He should have just stayed out there. He should have just dived to the inside and let them past. Fighting with these guys, and he's out of position. Nick Leon, Spring Gamer, Tina and Gaff picking the pits. Nick Leon is on his way. Kuda and Nismax coming around now. Surely that will be 1 and 2 again now with everybody in the pits. Nick Leon coming out to the pits now. Nismax and Kuda through. We're on a drive through for speeding in the pit lane car 107. That is Gaffby. Gaffby going back to the pits. Unfortunately, he's going to have to go serve the drive through. Not that he would have wanted that, because he's so close. He's so much closer to T9. He would have tried for that 4th place, but now that drive through will drop him down. Kuda now basically making use of his fresh tyres. He's now the car on the move. And Nismax would just want to try to get as close as possible, but also don't take too much out of his tyres. Get in a groove where he was before the pit stop, so that he can get that much closer to Kuda again. We'll have to wait to see how this battle unfolds. Primo Gamer now 4 seconds behind D-Man, so D-Man pretty much in a solid 6th. Soon to be 5th, because when Gaffy comes in to serve that penalty, that will pretty much promote these guys. Not sure if Chin will be able to get past Gaffy. It'll be touch and go. But surely Primo Gamer and D-Man will get past him. Just under 29 minutes to go, then this race will be something of the past. judges keeping each other company. Judge staying wide so the chin can have the insight. There we go, gap picking to the pits, shoving his drive-through. D-man is through. Springbok Gamer will also not come through. Here we go, drive-through clear, D's on his way. Springbok Gamer's ahead, gap picking coming into the pits now. A little bit close in the front. It was 1.7, now 1.6. And this Max now back up to speed. Tyres back in the optimum range. 14 seconds off. But he's clear of D-Man because D-Man 14 seconds behind him. And this Max now took out 3 tenths way out of Kuda. Now the battle to watch. Can he keep his gap close? Can he close it more? Can we potentially see a pass? There's more than enough time left to see anything happen pretty much. And this unfortunately is the only real battle. Gaps have opened up elsewhere on the track. Seconds off. Pretty much in a solid third place there, so podium still there for him. Just need to keep it together. There's 1 minute left in the pit window, but everybody has stopped, so nobody will come in again. Gap, we close this gap to Springbok Gamer and we can have one more battle. Even running a very lonely 11th fair, nobody close to him, front or back. Pretty much been the case for most of his race. Yeah, he's keeping his clean, minding his own business. Judge has been in the Warfields a bit. Also had a few passes from the faster cars. But also pretty much a bit of a lonely race there. Well, not a bit, huge lonely race. He's also on his own way. Same way with E-Voucher. In place in Walnut Canoe, also pretty much on his own. So the 4 guys at the back are pretty much just minding their own business, each with their own battle with himself. Unless of course E-Voucher can get closer to Walnut Canoe. Walnut Canoe 14 seconds off Chen. I don't think we're going to see that reducing very quickly, if so. So again, it brings us back to the front 2 cars. That is the closest battle we have.
The pit window is closing now.
Just confirmation of a pit window, the mandatory pit window being closed. But all the cars have came in, so no penalties, everything's in order. Just gap pick with his driver for speeding in the pit lane, but that's also cleared, so he's back there up to speed. But losing time to Springbok Gamer, he's just not gaining unless he's just pushing too hard. Maybe he's making small mistakes. Ideally, we want to see that gap come down, not increase. D-Man in a solid 5th. Almost 5.5 ahead of Springbok Gamer. Now, Kyalami also in a solid 4th. Again, also a car that pretty much on his own. No car in sight, at the front or to the back. So you can just take it slowly, not in like cruising, but just no need to push. Make sure that you get the points, get the position, make sure that you finish first of all. further back to him, and this match now within a second. First and second really now having a full out battle here. In the beginning stages of his race we were not blessed with it, but of course we had that battle elsewhere when we had Chen Debs, Gapik and Springbok Gamer, as well as D-Man. We actually had 5 cars battling there for one position, till a few cars made a few mistakes, dropped off. At least the lead cars are not slagging off, they pretty much both want this win. Personally for me, being in this position, I would be the car behind, because you can see your rival in front of you, you can see the every move. From there you can plan your move and make a plan, of course, look where the weaknesses are, etc. So you have actually the advantage, if I can, because you can see them the whole time. You watch their every move. For them to study you, they will need to look in the mirrors the whole time, and that can actually result in a lack of concentration, missing the break point, anything like that, and that's where the mistakes can come, and that's going to cost you the race. So the car at the back actually always have a bit of an advantage here. But at the end of the day, if you get the track position, it's about making use of a track position. And that's what Kuda has been doing at the moment. Although the gap shrinks, he also then manages to open it up again, so just maintaining that first place and just staying ahead. Of course, now a back marker in the mix, or something else when you get those back markers in there. Devon now just moving out of the way. Last thing he wants is to mess up a race, knowing that these two are battling very hard. Again, this must find a way to get past this Audi. Feeling the pressure, but it's been a good couple of laps from him ever since the pit stops were completed. He died, I think, first and then this match, so he's been absorbing this pressure since then. This match is flashing a few lights just to show Kuda he's still there. Perhaps bring the gap down. 3.9 between him and Gapik, it's possible. Boucher close to Walnut Canoe, so he did make up some time. This of course is for 9th place. This is Ferrari. These two still at it. Gapik in the pits, not sure why. Already did his mandatory pit stop, and he also served that drive-through. That promotes both Walnut and EH Boucher. EH Boucher still one bit extra place, putting Walnut under pressure. He wants 8th. Gapik on his way again. Not sure if he just underfueled him when he stopped for the mandatory, or he wasn't happy with the tyres. 10, still 13 seconds off Springbok Gamer, so he's in a solid 6th place. Two men just maintaining that gap. Just falling a little bit back to Kuda again. Of course, as you say, fall back when you see the gap close again. Just under 18 minutes to go. Nick Leon now coming to pass, well to lap 11. And EH Boucher is past Walnut Canoe, and Walnut Canoe come back at him. Colours on the Ferrari reminds a lot of a Lambo. Nick Leon just lost a bit of time there to the two in front. Managed to close it a little bit earlier. So all these two battle. Oh, Nesmax is through. Nesmax on the outside into the final corner. No, not for final corner. Yeah, these actually, no. It's for old pits, not for new pits. It's actually for old pits, right? Nesmax is through on the outside, but Kuda is hanging on. Kuda wants to bounce back at him. But Nesmax for now is in first place. Took the long way around, did it on the outside, but he managed to get it through. Can he open up a gap? Can he get away from this Audi? If he will desperately want some breathing space between him and the Audi. Just over 16 seconds still to go. Not able to hold on to the EH Boucher gap. He's opening up. Kuda made a bit of a mistake, or Nesmax was just braver on the brakes, but it's been a few laps. Finally the opportunity presented itself. So now Kuda will be in the position where he can study his opponent and watch his every move and work out from where he's going to take him, where's his weak place and all of that. But mind you, if you look at that, Nick Leon is not that far back. Yeah, it says 5.6, but if you look on the map, it's actually closer than what it looked. Gap did come down a little bit. A moment ago it was over 6 seconds. Now it's 5.6. Always easy for the other car to get closer when the two battle because they lose time. Maybe we might get spoiled with a three-way battle at the end. Under 15 minutes, it's still possible. We're just holding on to Nesmax. Judging the bit. Not sure why. Perhaps some more damage. Boucher solidly in 8th. Gap just opening up to Walnut. Boucher just a little bit of some distance behind 10. We'll have to get after that position as well. Now Kuda is going to have a look. Much better drive, but no things about it, but fought against it. Final corner. They're still hanging on there, still staying in that slipstream. Of course, from that angle, the Bentley looked a little bit bigger, so the Audi might get better tone.
chair now, just feeling a little bit lonely there. So she is Boucher pulling away from Walnut Canoe. Again, still a lonely race as well. Much as Nicoleon closes the gap, it just opens up again. A little bit of a mistake here from Kura perhaps. And this matches with some extra speed because the gap is now close to a second. Just over 12 minutes to go. Closer to D-Man, 1.2 seconds. They're not letting him get away with it. So this max might open up a little bit of a gap, but then Kudo close it right again. Possible, not really now being this max. Just one foot back. Oh, and the wall. Hey. Mr. Canoe, just a big moment there back in stepping out, but looks like not too serious. Good now, really being that slipstream. Thought about it, but decided elsewhere. Or decided not to do it this time. Good, are still hanging on. Nicoleon not able to. Springbok Gamer actually passed D-Man. If I'm not mistaken, they are teammates. Livery is definitely the same. D-Man would like to get back at Springbok Gamer. gap still looking. Just a gap, just not coming. 8 minutes to go, but there's still possibility. You just need to stay positive, of course, be patient as well. And just risk it all in the first possible opportunity that you come across. Now 20 seconds behind race leader. I think if Nesmax open up this gap now, Kuda will have to respond and do something now, because almost like now or never. Still 7 minutes, but yeah, it's been a few laps like this. Nesmax is controlling it, but take nothing away from Kuda. D-Man still behind. Yeah, D-Man still behind, and it's like he lost a bit of time to Springbok Gamer pulling away, so Springbok Gamer looking good for a 5th place. Sup Erkies. Just under 6.5 minutes to go. As you can see there, Springbok comfortably ahead of D-Man. Still 20 seconds behind Tina, so Tina still looking good for that 4th. Nick for the 3rd place, so it's pretty much in for 1st place still. But Devon now right there with Gavpeak. On Kuda now, less more than a second behind Nesmax. Devon trying to get Gavin. Sure, Gavin got some sort of problem, but definitely not have to have a car set up tonight. Devon, okay, now Devon losing time, Gavin getting away again. Kuda getting back with Nesmax. Of course, you do get that as well, where in one sector one driver is faster and in another sector the other is. 5 minutes, still the 5 minutes to go. Who will be brave enough? Hey, Muna, where's your orange KTM gazebo? Gap getting closer still. Got the better tyre line left. We've got the right amount of fuel left. Last thing you want is to be able to cruise to the finish. That's going to be quite a tearjerker for the guys. Beyond still falling further back. The two in front pretty much got it covered. It's just a matter of who. Just as the girl comes down, it opens up again. 8 minutes to go. Again, just as you see the gap opening up, it comes down again. One driver that we needed here, so Mr. Clinch. Oh, and Kuda with a bit of a tweak when wind goes off wide. That now gives Nesmax well positioned breather really. Yeah, as you can see the gap all of a sudden up to 3.3, so Nesmax literally just need to keep it together for a lap or two, and this race is pretty much his. Nick Leon now closer to Kuda as a result of that. So Nick still have a sniff away at third place. Oh, he's already, Nick already in third place. He's still in for a mathematical chance of second, especially if errors like this is going to creep in there on Kuda's side. Basically the last two corners. Here we go, final that happened right before the start finish. So there should be 2 more laps, this lap and the following. A maximum of 2 laps remaining. No gap still, nobody really making a move on anybody at the moment. Yeah, the field is quite well spread, so the only real gap is here. Coming around this final sector now, for the second last time. One more lap to go, this will be his final lap, 25 seconds to go.
Right man, leader is
There
on the
we
final
go.
lap. Give
This
it all you can.
confirmation the leader is on the final lap. Could have lost a bit more time, and it actually allowed Nick Leon to get closer to him. The other guys still pretty much same gaps. Gap big behind DH Boucher. I think there's going to be enough time there for him to do something. Even too far back from Springbok. Springbok came above the looks of it have chased down China, but unfortunately there's not going to be enough time left to see what exactly he could have done about it. Just a few more corners here for Nesmax. Shot for the last time for him. Kept it clean a little bit wide there at the start of the race, but nothing serious. Pulled his head down, fought his way back. A few battles along the way, got into second, went close to the gap. Scored after that mandatory pit stop because he was that much closer to Kuda. Kuda then got away with a warmer tyres, and then just from then Nesmax was back in control. Then here we go, coming around, taking the checkered flag now, and Nesmax win.
The leader has finished the race.
Nesmax won, Kyalami in that special livery. Kuda takes second, Nick Leon third. Well done Nesmax. You know there's a lot of emotion in here. This is of course just for that friend of his that he lost. just literally a few weeks ago. Well done, this Max, good gesture and hell of a drive. Kept it clean, took a few positions along the way. Once he got into first place, he just controlled it, never looked back, kept it clean, and in the end, call it comfortable if you want. Not that you can say 2 seconds is comfortable, but for where it was, having Kuda breathing down his neck the whole time. Well done, this Max, well done. But so I must also say well done to all three. Kuda, Nick, also a hell of a drive. Nick with a bit of a boring third at some stages, but he never gave up, he also hung in there. And that third place, anything could have happened. If the guys in front went off, Nick could have picked up a few places. So well, good, great driving, gentlemen. Well done, well deserved. Chen bringing it back in 7th, EH Boucher 8th, Gaffpick 9th, Walnut 10th, Devon 11th. We're just waiting for the judge to come around. Of course, Tina in the end stayed in 4th, with Springbok Game in 5th, and D-Man in 6th, so no position changes there. There we go, judge crossing the finish line just to complete the race. All the 12 remaining drivers all has now crossed the start finish line. So just again, this Max, Kuda, Nick Leon, Tina, Springbok Gamer, the D-Man, Chen, EH Boucher, Gaffpick, Walnut Canoe, Devon, and the judge. Decent race, couple of good battles. At one stage we had 5 cars going for 1 position. Chen was in there, unfortunately once we lost Debs, that was the end of that. Meantime, all these guys started getting further and further from each other. The cars in front, Nismax and Kuda, got closer and closer to each other. But nice clean driving, nothing bad. But well done, gentlemen, well kept together, clean drive, all cool head. So hopefully next week we see the likes of Amuna back. Hopefully he gets better soon, as well as my co-commentator. Thanks to all of you for watching. Thanks for the comments, for those of you who commented. Always nice to hear from you. It always makes us go much faster and makes it also more fun. Nice to hear from you guys and be part, and of course to be part of a chat. Of course next week, same time, same place. But before we get to next week, tomorrow night, of course, hop on the TNB, Turbos and Bullets. Of course, Turbos and Bullets also there on YouTube. Just search Turbos and Bullets YouTube channel for some 100% F1 racing. And of course, then Sunday, the biggie. Of course, we're back on Sunday with Sonic Sim Racing for the 3 hour of Bathurst. That will start at about 9:40 AM South African time. That race will be streamed as well. So 100% to F1 tomorrow, and then a 3 hour endurance race on Sunday. And then of course next week, same time, same place. Thanks for watching. Till then, you guys must have an awesome one, and then see you guys again. Take care and speak soon. Bye bye.